Good evening. Welcome to the City of Pasadena Council meeting, December 18th, 2018, 6 p.m. We'll have an invocation by Fred Roberts. He's a board member of our Pasadena Independent School District. And Councilman Lehman will lead us in the pledges. Pledges. I said it right.
We gonna pray first?
Please, sir.
Y'all want me to talk about sin, or y'all got that covered?
We got that one covered, I think.
Okay, all right. All right, if you would, bow your head, please. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this wonderful day you have given us. Thank you for this wonderful city and the people that live here, and always, always remind us why we're here and what we're doing and the cause. Now, the holidays are here, and I'm going to ask a favor through a prayer, and that is protect our city, protect our workers that work here for the city, give them all some rest and some time with their families, and make it just a joyful time for everyone out there. Whether they're in the north end of Pasadena or the south end of Pasadena or the far west or the east, give them that special time that only Christmas brings, and just really make it just a nice time. Now I'm going to ask for special time for these leaders of our city, and I ask that you protect their families, and I ask that you give them some peace and quiet and some times that they can sit there and reflect on the years past and what got them to this point in time, and just let them get to their quiet place and reflect and think about the things that make this city great. And this is a great town. It's a town that I grew up in, and of course we can think of yesterday, but the exciting thing is the future. So help these people make the right decisions. Help them do the things that are for the causes, for all those that are here, and help us all make a difference. Now we ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in the pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor to the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Do I send an invoice anywhere?
Yes. To the city controller.
Do I get that 3%?
Yes.
Good job.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Lehman.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out this evening. And first of all, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hope your holidays are blessed and safe. I want to mention a couple of things. This past Saturday, I want to commend our police department and especially the Community Services Division. They had their annual Officer Santa program this year, and they gave, I believe, 250 kids a very nice Christmas this year that they otherwise wouldn't have, and I want to commend and thank them for that. Public Works, Robin Green, over by the new L.F. Smith Elementary, we needed some sidewalk work done. The kids were having to walk in the street at times when it was raining, and Public Works jumped in, took care of that, so the kids have a safe place to walk, and I do appreciate that. And lastly, our neighborhood network asked me to mention that they're having a neighborhood improvement matching grant workshop January 10th at 6 o'clock at the Carmen Orozco Professional Development Center over on Sam Houston Parkway. So if you're interested in the matching grant program or need information, this would be for you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Harrison.
Thank you, Mayor. I, too, want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because next week, January the 1st, it's a holiday, so we should have not a council meeting on that day, but soon thereafter. So, again, have a safe and happy holiday. And also, I want to congratulate a former councilman, the city of Pasadena, We got a promotion to lieutenant on the Pearland Police Department. We're real proud of him. Orlando Yubera. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Castelos.
Well, thank you all for coming out. I appreciate y'all being here. And as like the last two, I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's a great time to spend time with your families and just enjoy that time. I know, you know, my kids are getting older, and if you've got young kids, you know, it's really special to be with them, because once they start getting older, they're out with boyfriends and girlfriends and doing all kind of business. So it's really nice to enjoy those times with your family. I'd also like to congratulate Arnaldo Ibarra for his promotion to lieutenant. You know, it doesn't surprise me. He was an outstanding council person, and we wish him all the best. And lastly, I'd like to say that you know, we're in the looks for we're looking for a new police chief, and I'd just like to say that there was a committee that was formed, and unfortunately, this committee was in violation of our charter. And I'm just going to read that to you right now. It says that to appoint, subject to confirmation and approval by the council, all officers and employees of the city and the members of all boards, commissions, committees, and agencies of the city. So when you put a committee together, doesn't matter what committee it is, it has to be approved by council. And I would stress to these council members that whatever decision that this committee comes to, I would urge you not to vote in that direction, because the committee was not formed properly. With that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. And the committee's not picking the police chief. I'll pick it, and y'all vote. So let's go, Councilman Wheeler.
All right, thank you, Mayor. I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You know, if you have time, there's people that aren't as fortunate to be with their families, veterans. I know we have some homes for our senior citizen here, so if you get an opportunity, go visit them, make their holiday a little brighter. With that, I'll pass.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Caton.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight and being part of city government. And I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. With that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Bass.
Merry Christmas and have a blessed and Happy New Year. I want to wish everybody here on the council Merry Christmas. I've enjoyed this year. It's been ups and downs, but it's been quite exciting. So I want to wish all the council Merry Christmas, all the police officers and all the fire folks that help us out there. Merry Christmas. With that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Sheinbaum.
I, too, would like to reiterate what's been said up here on council, and I'd like to wish all of my fellow council members and their families a Merry Christmas. Mayor, you and your wife a Merry Christmas, and to all of our city employees, Merry Christmas. And please do, as Mr. Roberts suggested, take time with your families. It's so important to spend this time with your families and to refresh and reflect on the season, and to just have a good experience with your families. Also, too, I'd like to recognize our community service officers with the Officer Santa program. They did have a fantastic turnout over at Target on Fairmont, helping 250 kids. And our community division does a spectacular job within our community and through the organization, as they provide goodness throughout our community, and it's well needed. And then also, too, I'd like to recognize our seniors at Madison Job. Councilmember Lehman and Councilmember Bass were with me in attendance when they had their senior banquet, gala, event, time with Santa. And Luann over there and Eric over there at Madison Job did a fantastic job with our seniors. So to everyone, Merry Christmas, and may God bless each and every one of us. With that, I pass.
Thank you. Councilman Villarreal.
Same thing. I'd just like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Same with all our council members, our mayor, our city secretary. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to work with her. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And wish everyone a successful year, the coming up year, and all of us as well. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. Okay, no one signed up to talk, so we'll go to the presentation of minutes for December 4th, 2018. Motion Lehman, second Harrison. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Brings us down to progress payments. Motion Shanebine. Second Lehman. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Brings us down to finance resolutions. Motion Shanebine. Second Caton. Any questions?
Yes, Mayor. I want to abstain from Bass Monkey and Kerry Bass. I had a little one on there.
Okay, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, thank you. Mayor, if you don't mind, I'm going to be voting no on this charge to rental expenses for Enterprise Rent-A-Car. And the reason being is because here recently, I just found out that we're leasing 3 vehicles from Enterprise that were allocated or given to our Chief of Staff, James Rodriguez, the Communications Director, Red Slingberg, and apparently Chief Espinoza, who just recently retired. We recently spent about $34,000 on these rentals, and this never came to council. This never came to council for us to approve. This is an agreement which is actually a contract. It should have come to council, and I don't know why this administration is just wants to circumvent council. I have no idea, and so I will not be supporting this, and I just don't understand why we're doing that. We also have gas charges here that the pumps have been bypassed for the past, since the administration took over. 170 fill-ups that have been bypassed. Nobody knows who is filling these cars up, and I don't understand why they're even being bypassed. There's no reason for the pumps at the city maintenance division to bypass these pumps. This is unacceptable, and we need to get down to the bottom of this and find out what exactly is going on and who's filling their cars up on the taxpayers. This is taxpayer money. You know, we're spending $34,000 on rental vehicles that go to people that make $165,000 a year, $130,000 a year, and it's unreal. I got a list of 2,000 pages of fill-ups. I haven't went through all of it, but I am going to, and I will find out who has a car and who's been filling up. With that, I pass, Mayor.
Thank you, sir, for looking into that. You're right. If there's a bypass, find out who's doing it. Absolutely. Thank you for that work. Good work, actually. And by the way, any director can have a car, and if you get the fleet while they're leasing, it makes more sense what they're doing. So get with them on that before you make judgment on that. And what fleet does with their budget has been passed by us, and they can do what they want with it as far as making the right decisions. So get with fleet, and you can work on that also. So with that,
More discussion.
go ahead.
Madam Secretary, on vendor number 9160, the Enterprise Rent-A-Car rental expense for $675. The rest of that is a no vote for me. Now, I can't vote for Enterprise rental cars because this council has no knowledge. They're filling up gas with a P card. And when the other administration, when we approved the P cards, they were for people working out in the field to go to Home Depot or somebody, Lowe's, to get a part that they needed to save time. And they're leasing some of these cars on the P card. The information I'm getting, and that's not subject to council approval. We didn't approve this. And then the second thing, if they're leasing these cars, they need to go out on bids. They did it without going out on bids. The third thing, it's a contractual agreement. This council should have authority to pass any contract agreement. It says that in the charter. So therefore, there's a lot of things out there that need to be resolved. And then you got this bypass, and the mayor just stated there, he doesn't even know what the bypass is. You got people out there charging the bypass. We don't know who is filling up their cars with gas, and we need to have some responsibility there. Now, the responsibility lies on the council. The council needs to agree to have an investigative body to get the facts. And it says in the charter that this council shall create an investigative body to determine the facts, what the facts are. We have subpoena power, we can have witness, we can have records. It's time to do that because this council's never approved any lease cars or people using the P cards to get gas. And
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And we will know the bypass before this week's out, I guarantee it. Anybody else have any other comments? Okay, all in
Mayor?
favor? Go ahead.
I just want to speak on this. Just reiterate, we have department heads making six figures who are renting very nice vehicles from Enterprise, big Suburbans, decked out, brand-new Suburbans that to date have cost taxpayers almost $34,000. And they're putting them on P cards, debit cards essentially. And so it gets in the budget and the bill's on there, but we don't know what they're buying with those P cards. Little research says that, state law says these P cards cannot be used for travel. So we got employees using these city debit cards to go out and rent really expensive vehicles that are costing taxpayers a lot of money. Then we have fill-up stations where they're bypassing. If I look at the numbers correctly, almost 650 fill-ups have gone through. People have gone through to fill up their tank 650 times, and we have no idea who it is. We don't know if these are employees who are already receiving a gas stipend, employees who are already receiving a vehicle stipend. Then they're putting a vehicle on their P card, and then they're using city pumps to fill up their vehicles. It's a completely murky. And I don't know if we're ever going to be able to find out who was getting paid by taxpayers multiple times. But I mean, I'm going to talk with the council members and see. We got to look into this, find out where this money is going. We owe it to the taxpayers to make sure that this money is being spent right and this administration is being transparent.
This has nothing to do with it being transparent. I just found out about this since y'all said tonight, and I'm as curious as y'all are. And I guarantee you we'll have answers before the end of the week, because I don't know, I've never heard of a bypass at the gas pump. So we'll find out about that. We'll get to the bottom of it.
Mayor,
Go ahead, sir.
this is the first I've heard about this. My concern is the three councilmen seem to all be speaking off the same page, and I'm concerned about discussions that are not in an open meeting between the three council, because it seems like they're all speaking from the same playbook. The other council, I don't think knows anything about this, and I'm just concerned that discussions are happening behind closed doors.
Yes, sir. Sure sounds like it. That's something else that we could look into. Okay. Sir, you're out of order. Sir, you're out of order. Okay. All in favor? Any opposed? We have no's on the enterprises, yes on everything else. Brings us down to personnel changes, A, B, and C. Motion Lehman. Second Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Brings us down to final readings.
Ordinance 2018-156. An ordinance of the City of Pasadena, Texas, annexing adjacent and contiguous territories of the Air Products Industrial District, Battleground Industrial District, Battleground Ethel Industrial District, Colex Industrial District, Enron Gas Processing Industrial District, Enron Industrial District, Exxon Industrial District, Gatex Industrial District, Georgia Gulf Industrial District, Marathon Industrial District, Oil Tanking Industrial District, Oil Tanking Inc. Industrial District, Pasadena Industrial District, Pasadena Bayport Industrial District, Pasadena Light Industrial District, Phillips Chemical Industrial District, Phillips Industrial District, Shell Industrial District, Southwest Chemical Industrial District, Southwest Industrial District, Tenneco Industrial District, and Plex Industrial District, and certain other territory in the vicinity of the Bayport Development and in the vicinity of Highway 225 in the western portion of the extraterritorial jurisdiction of the City of Pasadena, Texas. Such territory is more specifically described and depicted in the Tax Exhibit A to the City of Pasadena, Texas, finding that all necessary and required legal conditions have been satisfied, providing that such areas shall become part of the city and that the owners and inhabitants thereof shall be entitled to the right and privileges of other citizens and to be bound by the acts and ordinances now in effect and to be hereafter adopted, further providing for and amending and correcting the official boundaries of the city as heretofore adopted, providing a severability clause and providing for said ordinance to take effect and be enforced from and after its passage.
Madam Secretary, one second, sir. Do we need a motion on this one? Let's just do this by itself real quick. Yeah, that way we can do the motion.
Do you want to go ahead and do the motion now on it?
Yes, let's do the motion now.
Okay. Motion to amend?
Yes.
Okay.
Mayor, motion to amend.
Okay, we have a second on that. Second, Lehman. Go ahead, sir.
I'd like to make the motion to amend ordinance 2018-156 on the final reading to substitute the attached Exhibit 1 and to make related changes.
Okay. But We need a motion on the original
Yeah, exactly.
ordinance. So is this,
Okay, we have a motion, Caton, on the original. Harrison,
this,
well, actually, on the original ordinance now.
we need motions on the original ordinance now. We have,
You need a second.
we need a second.
Yes, we got the first.
Second.
You gonna do a second? Harrison, second. Okay, all in favor?
Now,
Okay, now we need the motion to amend, and I think Councilmember Shane Bond, seconded by Lehman. So this is a vote on,
We shouldn't vote yet. It's got
yeah,
to be.
as amended.
Let me reread the motion.
Yes, go
I'd like
ahead.
to make a motion to amend ordinance 2018-156 on final reading to substitute the attached Exhibit 1 and to make related changes.
Okay. Now, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Passes.
Okay,
Go ahead, Madam
all
Secretary.
right, yes, sir. Ordinance 2018-172. Contract with IMSA Inc. for annual maintenance for the municipal court software known as Courthouse, $36,000. Ordinance 2018-173. Annual maintenance agreement with Superior LLC for the Community Plus Finance Plus and Phone Support. Minor upgrades and annual W-2 1099 software updates, $144,110.56. Ordinance 2018-174. Contract with A&R Engineering and Testing Inc. for materials testing services for the Water Street Paving and Drainage Improvements Project CIP S104 in the amount of $50,000 from the 2008 Street Bond Obligation Fund Balance Account. Ordinance 2018-175. Contract with RAC Industries LLC for the Water Street Paving and Drainage Improvements Project CIP S104 for a total appropriation $2,308,399.07 from Community Development Block Grant Funds and the 2018 Certificate of Obligation Fund Balance Account. Ordinance 2018-176. Amend the Code of Ordinances at Chapter 13, Fire Prevention and Protection, Section 13-1, Burning of Trash and Refuge. Ordinance 2018-177. Amend the Code of Ordinances at Chapter 13, Fire Prevention and Protection, Section 13-5, interfering with or injuring fire alarm system, maintenance of the fire suppression equipment, sale of defective fire extinguishers. Ordinance 2018-178. Approving and authorizing purchase and sale, development and performance agreement among the City of Pasadena, Texas, Pasadena, Second Century Corporation, DBA Pasadena Economic Development Corporation, and JMDH Real Estate of Pasadena, LLC. Ordinance 2018-179. Contract with WHP Training Towers for the renovation of the Fire Department Burn Building, $227,692. Ordinance 2018-180. Increase the salary structure by 3% and provide a pay increase of 3% of base salary for every full-time non-classified civilian employee, with the exception of police service officers, fire marshals, and city marshals, and part-time non-classified civilian employee whose standard hours equal 20 or more, excluding both seasonal lifeguards, class codes 2840 and 15220, and seasonal recreation employees, class codes 2851 and 15230, and increase the salary structure by 3% and provide a pay increase for every classified police officer of 3% of base salary effective for the payroll period beginning December 31, 2018. Ordinance 2018-181. Adopt a classification plan and salary schedule for police service officers and city fire marshals effective for the payroll period beginning December 31, 2018. Ordinance 2018-182. Amending ordinance number 2018-122, which adopted the annual budget for the fiscal year 2019. Ordinance 2018-183. Accepting, approving, and adopting the valuation and assessment of industrial district properties lying within the extraterritorial jurisdiction of the City of Pasadena for the 2018 tax year, and based upon the provisions of the contract agreements, distributing the applicable funds in the appropriate general fund accounts of the city, providing for a repealing clause and containing a severability clause. Ordinance 2018-184. Authorizing and approving the execution and attestation by the City of Pasadena of an amended and restated industrial district agreement with the Port of Houston Authority within the Port Industrial District. And Ordinance 2018-185, de-annexing and discontinuing certain land from the limits and boundaries as part and parcel of the City of Pasadena, Texas, as authorized by the laws of the State of Texas, establishing and designating said de-annexed part of the area located in the extraterritorial jurisdiction of the City of Pasadena as an industrial district as authorized by VTCA Local Government Code, Section 42044, as amended formally Article 97A, Section 5, Furnace Annotated Texas Civil Statutes, to be known as the Port Industrial District.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine, second Bass. Any questions?
Mayor?
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I would like to, separate 2018-178, I'll be voting no on,
Okay.
and also ordinance 2018-185.
Okay.
May I speak on them?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. So 2018-178, this is the land swap that we have with Second Century and Restaurant Depot and the city. I'll be voting against this because, quite frankly, I don't feel that we need to be given any tax abatements to corporations and businesses. I spoke with the Restaurant Depot last meeting, and I asked them point blank, I said, would you have done this deal if we wouldn't have given you $1 million in tax abatements? And he said, well, we would have just built at the Preston site. And so I don't like it when companies and businesses come to the city of Pasadena and act like they're doing us a favor when they are taking advantage of a situation. And for that reason, I will not be supporting this. The other ordinance, 2018-185, the de-annexation of the property there at the cruise terminal place, that there as well is something that we shouldn't be just giving land away for nothing. I mean, that's city property that we have right now that we could, if our economic development group is really serious about bringing business and bringing things to this city, they should go out there and try and sell something. Try and sell the property so we can make some property tax money off of it. I mean, there's nothing that says we can't do that. They just throwing their hands up and saying, well, we don't know what to do with it. We'll let the Port of Houston deal with it. And that's the problem that we have right now with this whole administration and the EDC. They just throwing their hands up and saying, hey, we don't know what to do with this, and let's let somebody else make money on it. So with that being said, I can't support either one of these.
Thank you, sir. Other comments? Go ahead.
Mayor, I'll be voting no on 185, 178.
Okay. Any other comments?
Yes, Mayor. Madam Secretary,
Yes, sir.
on ordinance 218-184, put me down as a no. 218-185, put me down as a no.
Yes, sir.
And the rest of them put me down as a yes, especially the 178. This is the ordinance citizens been working for years to try to resolve this problem, to have a commercial building next to their residential. And I stated before that the residential should be protected. And that's what we're doing there on this swap. We're protecting the citizens of those homes out there where they'll have peace and comfort in their homes. That's what this is all about, and I'm glad we're doing it. Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, sir. Any other comments?
Mayor,
Go ahead, sir.
and on section 178, I'm going to be definitely voting yes for this. I've been probably involved with this more than anybody on this council.
True.
I've been with it about 1.5 years from the very beginning, and it was going to be a large facility right next to Preston Trail South. And there's been a lot of grief, a lot of crying, a lot of work to get where we are today. And I think it's a win-win for the city. And yes, we're doing a land swap, but I don't think anybody wants like a Sam's Wholesale Club in their backyard with 18-wheelers going and coming. And that's what was going to happen to Preston Trail South. So I'll be supporting this. I don't know why you could not support this.
Thank you,
That
sir.
I pass.
Go ahead, sir.
Mayor, I'd like to speak to 178 as well. I've been involved with the issue for a little over a year myself, and partnering with two other council members, Councilman Caton and Councilman Bass. And there was a resolve at one point to put it in my district next to neighborhoods and homes in my district. We had a town hall meeting. We had over 100 individuals come out, and no resident that loves their home, wants to keep their homes up, wants a trucking facility in their backyard. I think we went through the process. Preston Trails went through the process. I know folks in my district, we went through the process. The city was tremendously involved in a resolution for this. It's got a great location now on Genoa Red Bluff. It has commercial traffic for the trucks that'll be cycling through there. And it is a win for the business. It's a win for our communities. And, I would hope going forward in the future that when we do business, we recognize these things ahead of time and correct what went wrong in the past and look forward to the future.
Thank you, sir. Any other comments? With that, I do have a quick comment. With the port deal, we didn't throw our hands up. We're getting $4.5 million for that piece of property. Plus, we get 2% taxes off it, where it's moved there. So this administration just didn't throw its hands up. With that, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? You got everybody vote no on the,
I've got Councilmember Harrison nays on 184, 185, and on 178, I have council members Casados and Wheeler no, and on 185, no as well. So I've got those.
passes. Let's go to the first readings.
Ordinance 2018-186, authorizing and approving grant application agreement with the Texas Department of Transportation in the amount of $24,000 to conduct a commercial motor vehicle traffic enforcement program.
Motion Lehman. Second Harrison. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-187, authorizing and approving a grant application agreement with the Texas Department of Transportation in the amount of $162,000 to conduct a comprehensive vehicular traffic enforcement program.
Motion Shanebine, second Caton. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-188, amending ordinance number 2017-118, which adopted the annual budget for the fiscal year 2018.
Motion Caton. Second Lehman. Any questions?
Yes,
Go ahead, sir. Mr. Harrison first.
I'm not gonna be supporting this. There's $298,000 and, it's from donations and they call it special funding. They really don't know what they're gonna spend it on, so therefore I can't support it.
Okay, sir. Go ahead. Potatoes.
Yeah, I too am not going to be able to support this. I had some questions during pre-council about this, and we're sending a lot of money to mayor's office, economic development, aquatics. The golf course is getting $85,000. They're saying this is a building maintenance, and so, I have what was said to me in there. I think what really stuck out to me was that the departments have overspent, and so they need to move this money over to cover the costs that they spent. And that's a problem that we have going forward. I mean, we have that issue. We have the issue what I brought up with the vehicles, $34,000 worth of rental vehicles that are leased that council wasn't able to approve. And now they want to turn around and ask us to approve more money so they can do this kind of stuff. Lease vehicles, do whatever they want without our approval. I can't do that. I mean, these vehicles right here, these individuals don't need these vehicles.
The point of order is right.
You're out of order.
Excuse me.
It is not germane on the vehicles. We're not talking about the vehicles right now. We're talking about the allocation.
Point of information. These vehicles, first of all, these vehicles are part of the budget. We do P cards.
Excuse me, Sammy.
Yes, sir.
The point of order.
Can I still get my
well taken.
time? Because my time's running out, and I still need some more things to say.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So long story short is that we have these vehicles that people are using, okay? And the mayor's even riding in them. I've seen them with my own eyes.
Absolutely. I ride people.
And that's double dipping.
It is not
You
double
get
dipping.
a $1,250
Now, you're
car
out of order,
allowance.
sir.
And you get paid $145,000 a year. You're gonna tell me that you riding in a taxpayer-paid vehicle is not double
I do
dipping?
not drive those cars.
Oh,
And
so you riding in them is okay?
Absolutely it is. You could pick me up and ride into.
Are y'all hearing
wrong
this?
with that? Absolutely.
Are y'all hearing this?
No, what's
That is
wrong
double
about
dipping.
this? What's wrong about
You
this?
have your
is-
own vehicle, Mayor.
Point of information.
You have your own vehicle.
Let's don't have a
You
long
get
discussion.
you get
Let's
a you get a
continue.
car allowance, and you should not be riding in these vehicles.
Thank you, Sammy.
Mayor, may we get back to the meeting, please?
Exactly.
Get back to the
I knew this, what you were shooting for on this, Sammy. It's really sad that you would.
How did
come
you
out
know
here-
what I was doing?
Because you digging in for gas. You think I'm the one filling up this gas by these bypasses.
Mayor,
didn't
can we go
say
on-
that.
Can we go on with the
Mayor,
council meeting?
order.
That is out of order.
Okay.
Let's get back to the council.
I'm looking out for the best interest of the city.
Let's get back to the council.
question. I call for
Anybody
the
have any other comments?
You know what call for the question is at the vote?
Yeah, I know what that means. I say any other comments? Go
I
ahead.
just got to say one thing. This is an amendment to the budget. And the budget is what we pass annually that covers everything that is spent by taxpayers. That includes salaries, it includes health, it includes city maintenance and fleet and vehicles and everything that the city spends money on. So for a council member to come here and say, well, you can't talk about that, it's not germane. This is germane, it's in the budget. And the other thing is, why would you want to suppress someone's speech? If there's nothing to hide, if there's no issues, then let's talk about it. That's very concerning. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And you're
Mayor.
right. Go ahead, sir.
Mayor, I call
Thank you.
for the question.
Excuse me, sir. Go ahead. You got the floor.
When we first started talking about this, or one of our councilmen started talking about this, we were talking about allocation to the departments. It's very simple. If you have a $100 bill and you have 10 departments, it would be real easy. You could go $10, $10, $10. It's not that simple. We voted on a budget. It's in there. At the end of the year, they correct it. There's no more money spent. It's just being corrected to the different departments. And so we're trying to make.
Overspent.
I've got the floor, sir.
Yes, sir, you're right.
We're trying to make the mountain out of the molehill on this situation, and all they have to do is go to the comptroller, talk to the folks, but we wait till we get in front of the cameras to speak out. I go to the comptroller, the rest of the council. There are certain councilmen that don't do that. They wait till they get the cameras rolling, and then they speak out. I don't know what the cause is. I think we're all up here trying to do good for the city. If there's any wrongdoings, I'm gonna be the first one to say it. But so far, I don't see it. And it seems like there's a cause out there. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. No, okay.
Mayor, he
No, no.
just accused council of a walking quorum, then he accuses of holding his information until the council meeting. Like,
Well, I'm gonna say
what
this,
what
though.
is it? Are you accusing of us making backroom
You're out of
deals,
order,
or are you accusing of us just waiting to?
Councilman Willow, you're out of
I mean,
order.
it doesn't
You're
make
out
any
of order.
sense.
You're out of order. One more. Okay, all in favor? No, we're voting. All in favor?
Discussion.
No, sir, we're gonna vote now. All in order?
He hadn't had an opportunity to speak on
Don't
it.
worry, I'm ready to get this over.
That's what I'm thinking. All in favor? Any opposed?
No.
We have
No.
3 noes. Passes. Go ahead, Madam Secretary.
Ordinance 2018-189, approving the GIS map viewer and license service agreement with Urban Core Collaborative, Inc. for a period of 3 years for not to exceed the amount of $2,400 for each contract year.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine? Second, was that Bass? Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Passes. Goes down to resolutions, Madam Secretary?
Yes, sir. Resolution 2018-170, accepting a donation of 7 crepe myrtle trees valued at $315 from Sylvia Lehman to be planted at Queens Park.
Motion Caton?
Second.
Second, Casados? Any questions? Casados, sorry about that.
Yes, Mayor.
Go ahead, sir.
I want to say thank you to Miss Lemon, Bruce's wife, for the donation of the $315 of the crepe myrtles at Queens Park. That's very nice. Merry Christmas, everybody. I pass.
All in favor? Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-171, accepting a donation of $5,000 from the WellCare Texan Plus for Madison Job Senior Center 2019 events.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine, second Casados. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
And Resolution 2018-172, accepting in-kind donations of portalets and wash stations valued at $800 from Waste Management, cookies valued at $1,000 from Savannah Cafe and Bakery, photo booth rental valued at $1,500 from Whataburger, generators and light tower rentals valued at $1,500 from Sunbelt, and giveaways and soccer goal rentals valued at $750 from Houston Dynamo for the 2018 Christmas tree lighting event.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine, second Harrison. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Passes.
Mayor,
Yes.
may I make an informational
Go
announcement
ahead, sir.
about our next council meeting? I apologize, I should have mentioned this at the very beginning of our council meeting. Our next scheduled council meeting is scheduled for January 1st. January 1st is a holiday, and we'll be having our meeting on January the 2nd. And that'll be pre-council at 9:30 in council chambers, and 10 a.m. here in council chambers.
Thank you, sir. I
So
appreciate
we
that.
will be closed for the holiday, but our council meeting will be January the 2nd
That's
at
a
10
Wednesday.
a.m. Yes, a Wednesday. Thank you, Mayor.
You bet.
Thank you.
Okay, thank everybody for coming out. Merry Christmas. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much.